You know, we don't know the toll.
Yo,
Yeah. All right, he's there now.
Yo,
what's going on, man? Sorry about that,
what's up?
man. You know, I'm planning a vacation with the wife, so I was on the phone with her. Sorry about that. But I was
What's
listening.
All
Oh
right.
yeah, I'm back now. She just called me just now again asking me something. But what's up, man? You know we
yeah?
don't like brokers over here, man. You bring these guys on the channel, man. What are you doing, man? Come on, man.
Well, look,
Hey
who's going
man,
to push back against you truck drivers that think you know everything if he doesn't bring a broker on that knows more?
Nah.
Well,
Yeah, you know how to rob, steal, and destroy.
and you guys know how to be late, miss pickups, and miss deliveries. Come on now. What you got?
No. It's just best
Oh,
qualified when it's documented, and you good at finding out that, right?
sure, absolutely. 100%.
Yeah, but yeah, real quick, from Chicago to Ohio, right before you get to Pennsylvania would be about $60 in toll in a semi truck full.
How do you see?
From Ohio, from Ohio to the from the border of Pennsylvania, where you enter into Pennsylvania to come down to where I get off, it costs me about another $92, 96, depending on
All right, so
what exit I take.
$150.
Uh,
See the
from
difference?
from Delaware all the way to Queens. If I'm going from Delaware all the way to Queens, New York, Staten Island, Brooklyn, it's gonna cost me $200.
All
And
right.
from Queens back home to PA where I live, I'm gonna pay about $70.
Yeah.
$70.
See the
So
difference?
yeah,
See the difference?
so a day. So a day that if I pick up a load from Delaware to New York and back, it gonna cost me close to $300 in toll. So when I
Yeah.
book a load from a broker, I also keep that in mind that I
Boom.
gotta pay toll.
Boom. Boom.
Yes,
Difference.
sir.
There's the
Hey,
difference.
Mark,
yo,
the broker is on point, man. Hey, listen, I was gonna come up here and get mad at you, man, but I gotta say, man, you know what you're talking about, man. You
Yeah.
know what you're talking about.
Look, by the time we're done here, I want you guys to be better. I want you guys to understand what they're going to do, right? Because if you, perfect example,
Yeah.
he knew his tolls, and even if he rounded up and said, 350, he's close. He knows his numbers. But if I find out you don't know something, you tell me I don't know, well, then you're telling me you don't know your industry. You don't know the industry
No,
that you.
no, that's not what it is. That's not what it is. What it
Oh,
is a lot of carriers think that you are their babysitter. You're supposed to tell them how much you're getting, how much you're willing to pay, how much in the freight, how much it's gonna cost them, and this is what we talk about all the time. The broker know their cost per mile more than the carrier, and this is
100%.
why you guys get over in them. You see what I'm
100%.
saying?
Yes.
And like the guy in the semi come early on and said, they take money all the time. The problem is that a lot of like the guy just and I wanted to talk to him, but my wife kind of called me back.
Yeah.
The attitude he have, he's never gonna make money because he's looking at the business from a you getting at me and who can get over each other
Yep.
and who gonna end up at the week being like it's a draw. You see what I'm saying? Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah, you ain't gonna get over me. When the reality is nobody's trying to get over nobody. You're gonna try to make the most money from a load, and the broker is gonna try to keep as most money on that load. The
Correct.
broker is there to please their customer, not you. I
Correct.
told people all the time, the broker is buying weight, time, and space. They're not buying your personality. They don't give two shit if your mama is in the hospital.
Yeah, I don't care. I don't
You see
care.
what I'm saying?
Correct.
So once you start to understand, oh, and I got a lot of broker friends. I brought them on my channel. Me and Mark chop it up and laugh about it all the time.
Yeah.
But they see you as, and before I make that point, when you talk about getting their own customer, now on the scale that you're talking about, you're 100% correct. But for one guy with a one truck, you can get your that little small mama and papa customer with your
Yes.
one truck and make decent money and then flourish. But a lot of guys are not looking in that direction. They want the term that you were describing. Because
Yep.
nobody have the patience to grow and build network and try to know nobody. Everybody want to be the next truck grew. You see what I'm
Yeah.
saying?
Yep.
And it doesn't work like that. So, like you said, what you said when you first came on, they're just a driver with a steering wheel in their hand. I mean, it is what it is. I mean, it's true.
Yeah.
You know what I
And
mean? Now, if I call you for that load, here's a couple things I'm gonna ask you, because I'm gonna know, is the load a partial? When does the load deliver? Because all of those things factor into the price.
that was the other
So
stuff too.
when
He me when it
yeah,
loaded. He when it delivered. You might be. Oh, it's 1,400 miles. Well, how do you know it's not pick up Monday, deliver Friday? You didn't ask me any of that. You're
right,
not.
right.
At that point, I knew he didn't know his job. So now, what happens when I know he doesn't know his job? I got to take more money because now I got to put more work in because he's obviously shown me that he can't put the work in. Because it's not like, hey, when's it coming up and
Exactly.
deliver? Is it an appointment time? Is it first come, first serve? What's the weight on the load? It's just how much you going to pay me? Oh, you want to talk money first? Well, you ain't going to get the money then. You, first thing
Yeah,
on
yeah. And is it a distribution center? All of that stuff. It's just a lot of stuff go into it. But here's the thing I gotta say, because I defend. I start from a box truck, so I
yeah,
get where the box truck drivers are coming from. I only run partial. You see what
yeah.
I'm saying? I don't argue with brokers and all that $2 and $3 a mile because I run partial. I can take a dollar. I can take my cost per mile and multiply that times 5, and I win.
You got
Why
a
you
third hand?
That's what I.
why you don't never hold the steering wheel, bro? Like you've been going for at least a
What?
minute
Here's why
and
I never own my steering wheel, because my truck is not raggedy like yours. See, I can let the shit go because I got new tires. I got a Volvo. My alignment is straight. That's why my shit is always straight. My shit
That's
ain't twisting up like you and your boys when they let go of the shit. You know them other content creator? They let go of the shit that is taking
right.
off. I got brand new tires. That's what brokers want. They want you with new shit that reliable. You ain't breaking down.
We want
I got
full.
I got money in my pocket right here.
Jesus,
I
you
got
savage
cruise control. I got my old lane assist on. Just
dude,
just just mind your business, boy.
hey,
dude.
you know, Midwestern here, man. You're gonna do some content about you talking about you ghost riding the whip. Hey,
Son
so you
of a
better be careful. You better be careful because they watch it.
giving me
I
a
think
pen.
I, I think I saw him in the chat earlier.
He's got a
You see what I'm saying? This is the second time he asked me that, sir. I forgot what's the name. What's the name? I didn't
sage,
catch your name.
sage, sage.
Sage.
Say,
Yeah,
sage,
sage.
sage,
Sage.
sage, sage.
Sa-
Jesus Christ.
Sage. When I pick up your load, do you want my shit to be taken off left, or you want it to drive straight to the customer?
But I don't want to hold the steering wheel with a third appendage. You know what I'm saying? I'm looking for two hands on the wheel.
I got cruise control on. When I let my shit go, it stays in the lane. This is a
You
Volvo.
know
This ain't no cheap Freightliner like Mark shit.
all I can think of
You
is
see
I
what
got
I'm saying?
I can go make a sandwich back. No, that's not how cruise control works, bro.
Cruise. What you think? You got a Tesla or something, dude? You think that's a
I
Tesla?
got
That's a
cruise.
Volvo.
You want me to?
Do
You want me to show you my cruise
cruise
control?
cruise
No, no,
control cruise
no.
control is not,
Mm.
bro. Go on. All right, you got it, bro. I ain't gonna finna go back
Let
and
me
Leave your
forth.
let me let
no,
me show you my. Let me see if I can
no.
pull up my cruise
Oh,
control.
Christ, don't do
I
this.
bro,
got it
bro.
set, and I got lane assist.
I already feeling that we're part of the ticket for distracted driving. What anyway? I
But
thought you.
anyway, back to what I'm saying. Back to what I'm saying. But yeah, But yeah, I gotta say, man, it's a lot of things that also you guys have laid the groundwork for, not I'm not saying you, but the
Interesting.
whole industry as brokers have laid the groundwork for carriers to have bad taste in their mouth.
Sure.
Unfortunately, when I came in, I never focused on the brokers, like how I see these guys focus on the brokers. I
Yeah.
more focus on what I can get out of the brokers and how I can increase my income every week, and how I can use my truck space as less as possible. Because once I find out that you guys are buying time, space, and weight, I
Yeah.
start to divide my freight up, because the less freight I can take is the more money I'm gonna make. Like I said, I only run partial. You see what I'm saying?
Yeah. I mean,
So if
I'm actually a little
it's less.
that I came up
Yeah,
here Kurt are agreeing with each other. I'm a little bit in shock. I don't know if I'm having a stroke. 'Cause I kind of think I was afraid Kurt was going to come up here yelling and screaming, and we're agreeing with each other. Is there something going on here? Just a setup?
No,
What's
no,
going?
no. Because here's the thing. I have a problem with dispatchers more than brokers. I
Oh,
understand where the broker's coming from.
yeah,
You
I
see
am
what
too.
I'm saying?
Yeah,
I don't like dispatchers, but what I think this live is taking people behind the scene. What I already know. I tell people all the time, I don't ever get mad at the broker. Mark, no, what one of my broker live in Mark City. You dude is
yeah,
like 26, living in an IRAS building, making over 30K a week, a month, or
yeah,
whatever he's making, and he's a broker. So we talk. He's living it up off, and he come on my live, and I'm like, yeah, I'm the one that paying your light bill, like, you know what I mean?
yeah.
But I think people focus too much more on what you're getting than what they can get out of you. You see
Sure.
what I'm saying? And that is the thing that's going on out here. This is why that guy just came up. He's like, yeah, y'all are vampires. Okay, they're vampires, but how you gonna position yourself not to get bites by knowing your tolls, knowing how
Right.
much it's gonna cost you?
Right.
Is it a day delivery? Is it a night delivery? Some
Yeah.
people don't know. Is it
100.
layover?
And sometimes it's okay to leave money on the table that first time because remember, if you're not you need to look, man. I'm interviewing you, you're interviewing me, right? So when you're
Hmm.
interviewing me, you want to see if I'm the type of broker you want to work with. Am I knowledgeable? Did I get everything right? Hey, did I, was my DIMS right? Was this right? Was that right? Am I responsive? Do I answer the phone? Do I answer text messages? How am I working, right? If I'm doing good and you leave a little bit of money on the table and I'm like, and it worked well between us, you're now building a relationship. You know how many times I've left money on the table with a customer? Do you know how many times I've said, hey, this is going to cost $10,000 to move? And then I find a carrier that can move it for $6. And I say, hey, I found a carrier that's working with us. So I'm only going to bill you $8. Now I could have billed them 10, but you know what that does for me? That customer comes back to me every goddamn time because at that point they know that I'm working with them, not for them. But carriers, they don't
Right.
think that way when they work with some brokers. You ain't got to hit me with a brick every single time you haul my load because eventually I'm just going to say, screw this. I'll find somebody else. But if you're like, hey, $1.80 plus tolls and this, and it's doable for you, and you take the load and everything goes right and you get me, copies of the bill of lading. I do open deck. So you get me pictures of the truck, you give me pictures of the load, you show me pictures of the strapping work and chain work and stuff like that. Bro, there'll be no question you're going to be that first call. Hey, where you at? Where you at? You anywhere in this area?
Yeah.
Where you at? Like, I'm never going to hire moving trucking hustle. He's just got a bad attitude. That guy down there. But then again, he might not be worth the value, right? He doesn't bring any value to it. But I might hire Kurt and I might leave moving truck and hustle to starve to death. You know what I'm saying? I'm just saying. He can't
Yeah.
come up, he can't defend himself.
Also, I think that there's a lot of misinformation in Facebook group, Instagram, and this whole entire $2 a mile. And I've proven this because I currently have a box truck and I currently have a semi,
Yeah.
and I tell people all the time, like it, and I meant to do it, but I just reach a point where like I feel like I've done enough. I've met so many people.
Yeah.
If you had just sometime take two loads at $1.80 per load, you would have more friends in this industry as brokers and as shippers and receivers than arguing and making enemies with
Yeah.
people. You see what I'm saying? But I
100%.
think that they don't want to get to what I see. A lot of people don't want to get too deep into what it really takes to make money. You see what I'm saying? Like Mark, they always ask Mark, "Oh, how can I scale up?" That's a part of scaling up. Take two load. If you always, that guy said he won 3 grand. Okay, 3 grand, 14 hours. That's what he just told you, right?
Correct.
A
That was his
thousand mile.
Yeah.
1,000 mile. I'm gonna tell you this. He gonna lose. I'm gonna
Yeah.
tell you why he gonna lose. I'm gonna tell you why he gonna lose. Because it's gonna take you 2 days. Because you're gonna go to load it. Then you're gonna run for. By the time you load, you're gonna run for what? 10.5 hours. Then you have to
Yep.
get up the next day. Then you're gonna continue to run the next, to complete the load. Cause you can't run it in one shot, right?
Correct.
By the time you deliver that load, the day's done.
It's a 3-day run.
You see what I'm saying?
Yep. And even
So,
I asked him
so
to do it
yeah,
in 2 days, right? And he didn't respond back to me saying, whoa. By the time I load, by the time I drive, I can't do that in 2 days. It's probably going to be a 3-day
right.
run.
It's
He didn't say
probably
it.
going to be a 3-day.
Right. So when I blew 2 days at him and I tried to talk him to it 900, that was me basically knowing it's a 3-day run, at least if it's first come, first serve. And he never pushed back on that. So it's like, okay, you don't even know that I just told you 1,000 miles picking up, loading, and delivering is never going to be a 2-day run. Like it's never going to be a 2-day run. That's
right.
a 3-day. He didn't push back, and this is the stuff will do. And tell me how many times you've called a broker and they said, "Oh, that's a 2-day run," right? And some of the better drivers will be like, whoa, that's a 3-day run. Load, get strapped. I strapped down, but load, get strapped down, start hauling, run your clock, then run another day, and then get unloaded. That's 3 days, right?
Yeah,
but as a broker, I'm going to tell you it's 2. And then because if you're going to fall for it, you're going to fall for it. I tried doing it with him, and he's like, "Well, that's $900 a day." So, and then I kept pushing that. So you want 1,000 a day? I'm willing to give you 900 a day, and you're going to turn the load down. He never pushed back and said that's not 2 days. A better driver would be like, stop. How many miles is it? Well, 1,000. How long does it take to get loaded and unloaded? Well, normally it's like 3 hours. Okay, so you got 3 hours here, you got a clock here, you got a clock here, and then an unload time. That's 3 days, right? So you're not paying me this much a day. You're only paying me this much over 3 days. Now you have leverage to go back and say, stop. Here's what I need because it's going to be 3 days. So now I need $3,000. Do you see what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Or it could be less, but you see my point. He didn't do that.
Yeah.
This is what brokers will do. They will tell you it's 2 days by the mileage, not factoring the loading and unloading time, and drivers will just eat that.
They will.
Because they won't even think about what I just said to them. They just say, yeah, 2 days. Yeah, because the faster I can keep things moving, the more I can keep you off your feet. If you start to slow me down a little bit and start asking me questions and slowing the process down, you will win. But if you let me move fast, and you saw how fast I was going with stuff, the more I keep you backpedaling, the better I got a chance of knocking you into that lower rate. But that's my game.
But see, here's the thing, and I wanna interject right there because that statement you just made just now, I know that's probably majority of the people that you run into because you're gonna speak based on a majority experience. But you do know those guys that comes that just make your job easy, that they'll just give you a number that you can work with them, or
100%.
y'all will get to a number real fast. But so I know you already said it, but I think when you say, you just got to make sure that you make it clear that it's not everybody, because I will call you and I'll be like, I need. He said he won $3,000. I'll be like, yo, I'll take it for 22.
Right.
But I really will do it for 18. And then you'll be like, nah, I can't do it. I'll do 18. And I'm like, I bet. So the whole situation would be in there because I want the 18, which is what you already told him. So if you drop it down to $2,000, I'm still winning because again, the 22 was what I submit to you. You say you can do $2,000. I still get the load for 18 plus cover my toll cost.
Right.
You see what I'm saying?
Yeah.
But that deal is already done. That guy arguing with you just now, and this is the problem also, what he doesn't realize, and this is a perfect example. While he's challenging you back and forth, your phone is ringing.
Yes. That's what I
You
told
see
him.
what I'm saying?
So you want this or not? Like, I just want to respond to the moving truck hustle real quick. I love when everybody's like, well, AI is coming. You can't be the middleman forever. Bro, I don't have to be the middleman now. If you have a carrier, go get your own customers. Why haven't you replaced brokers now? You know, you've been able to get your own shippers for 40 years. Why haven't you replaced brokers yet? You think AI is going to do it? The answer is no. I can tell you why AI is not going to do it, because my shipper does not want to pay AI $100,000 and then they find out that the only person to blame was themselves when the CEO asks them why it went wrong. They literally want to pay me to be the person that they can blame if it doesn't get picked up. So you're welcome right now to get rid of me. Do it. Band together.
Yeah.
Get rid of the broker.
Band together is a curse word, you do. These drivers will never band together. But let me interject on that little statement you just made. The reason why they make that type of statement, say AI, is because again the ignorance. They don't understand the business. They don't understand. See, you got to remember also, a lot of people who are in the chat and talking, they never actually have a customer. A lot of them never actually have more than one truck, much less have a truck. And I'm not. Some people just watch the content and they just make statement based off of being in these group because they want to come in the trucking business.
Right.
But they never actually put their foot in and see what really goes on. So it's easy for a guy to come in and say, and I'm not saying that guy in the comments, I'm just saying that a lot of time you see comments, they're not even in a truck. They can't even get in a truck because their finance is all messed up. They can't get none. It's just crazy. You see what I'm saying?
100%.
But
And
but
yeah,
but a guy like you always gonna find that the advantage pool is always gonna be filled with people for you to take advantage of because again the
yeah,
attitude, the inexperience, the lack of knowing.
yeah.
See, if I call you to book a load, a lot of the shit you do with these guys, you can't even do with me.
Correct. Well, and
You
that's
see what I'm saying?
yes. That's what drivers need to know. That's because you know the industry. And first of all, don't tell moving capital hustle or whatever his name is. Don't tell that guy to turn his caps off. I want him yelling for the rest of the show in chat. I want him yelling. I want to know I'm better at this than he is. Just don't worry about him and his capitals. Moving on up hustle or moving up to the east side, whatever you want to basically yell at. You just keep yelling. We'll let you stay triggered. Get it all out there, buddy. Get it all out, bro.
Yeah.
All out. Let's see if that
Yeah,
works.
get it off your chest, huh?
Your chest, man. Don't stop now. Don't stop. We hear you. Don't worry.
Yeah. But see, a lot of times again it's just the ignorance, the inexperience, and people get angry at the broker all the time about keeping money with you. See, I know you guys get money. I don't watch you. I don't fucking watch what you keep.
Yeah.
Hold on.
You see what I'm saying?
Hold on.
Sweet.
Yeah.
You triggered him. So he dropped $100 super chat. I challenge both of these fools to a debate on AI. It's taking over the industry, especially brokers. Appreciate that $100 super chat. Go ahead.
That super chat. That's all them. Listen, he just gave you his
pissed him off.
He just gave you his weekly allowance from. You know what I mean? It's easy. He can't do it again. I guarantee you, he can't do it again.
I guarantee you. Nah, he can.
He can't.
He's up. He's up. He's up. I can vouch for that. He's up.
Tell moving up to the east side, he won't do it again. He won't do it again. Prove me wrong. Ain't gonna happen. Go ahead, Kurt. Let's let him yell a little bit.
Yeah. These guys get caught up into all these automated truck and AI and all of this shit, and you know they get caught up into a lot of stuff that even if a lot of stuff is gonna take over, it's not like tomorrow, next week, the end of the year. You know, they make it sound like that, but some of these stuff is gonna take years to develop. A lot of testing. It's just a lot of stuff. You know, they put these Tesla on the car on the road, and you know they got a couple automated truck out here, and truckers are actually worrying about losing the whole trucking field. And I'm like, bro, like this shit ain't gonna happen tomorrow. Like y'all just what you should be doing is planning from now not to be here when it happens. So you can transition into what's new.
Yeah. We got him misspelling down there. He's like, line it up, Make. I mean, Mark. He doesn't even
you know what I mean?
So pissed down there. He can't even type right. Look at him. Line it up, Make. I thought you're Mark. It's Mark. His name's Mark. I don't know if you know him. But you'll be all right. You'll be all right. Listen, I hear too with AI. AI is going to replace, and they actually tried to, and a lot of those companies that technically it didn't go well because, like I said, shippers want to be able to call somebody to blame. It assists, but listen, Make. I do thank you for having me on, but you're welcome to line up a debate. Make will line up a debate for you. Jesus, know the host's name.
Next week, episode 2. I'm gonna let Moving Company Hustle know, so that way he can, plan properly and make sure the kids are in bed or the wife got them, and we can plan for it.
Yeah. %. No, but look, and this is what I wanted the show to be, right? I wanted the show to be basically people are going to come up, we're going to argue a little bit, we're going to push back. Moving up on the east side is going to throw some money around, like that's a big and then but when it comes down to it, if people want to come up and try to negotiate with me and see if they can learn something, we can do that, right? It doesn't have to be. It can be a learning experience, or you can yell and scream at me, and I can put you back in your place, or however you want to do it. And that's basically. Look what I did to Kirk. He thought he was going to come up yelling and screaming at me, and he's like, "Whoa, I better slow down there. I better slow down."
Wait, but let me ask you a couple questions, because I made a certain statement, even on Mark channel, and people tell me it's illegal and yada 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 and a whole bunch of stuff. So I do partial, right?
Yeah.
How do you feel about partial load, putting loads together, and when a seal is put on the truck, even if the shipper put it on and I break it and take it off to put other loads in it, because you're not paying me that $1,500, that 1,500 mile rate with your one load. How do you feel about that? What do you think about? What do you think about that?
So there's a couple things going on. So there's a couple people that can break a seal. Obviously, a law enforcement officer can break a seal, but at that point, you would list it as law enforcement officer seal, and they'll give you another one, right? That's different to look at that. So if I put on full load rate, truckload on my rate confirmation, that's a truckload. Doesn't matter what I'm paying. I listed it as truckload. So if it's on the rate con as full truckload, FTL, and you break the seal, then you've technically broke the contract, which is, we call it, that rate con's a contract. So if I tell you that this is a full truckload, not depending on the rate, you just broke the contract that you signed saying that you would haul that as a full truckload. So you are now in breach of contract, if you want to be technical about it. Now, if it says LTL on that rate con, you can break that seal because it's an LTL load. And that means I've informed the shipper that it's going to be shipped as an LTL load because it's on the rate con as an LTL load, or it could be on the bill of lading. But if
what I'm saying is brokers, this is where the problem comes in. Brokers want to put, because the load is a LTL with a seal put on the truck. But brokers want you to run the truck LTL as if it's a full truckload, and then you don't make no money. So I'm not talking about a full truckload. If it's a full truckload, fine. There's nothing else. It's a box truck, 12 pallet.
Here we go. Are you establishing a truckload based on rate, or are you establishing a truckload based on the contract that I just gave you to sign?
No, what I'm saying is I'm taking an LTL rate.
What and where are you?
Sorry. I'm taking 6 pallets. I'm taking 6 pallets for you. Okay. On the rate con, it says partial or LTL.
Okay. Right? Yes. Okay. On the rate con, it says
partial. They are brokers who wants to give you and pay you that same rate. The shipper put a seal on the truck, but they want you to run it, that same rate with a seal without breaking the seal for that same rate. So that's where I was telling people, no, take the seal off and load the shit up and make you some more money. People say it was illegal. You can't do it.
No. So if I offer you if on the rate con it says LTL or partial, whatever you want to say, but it does not say full truckload. Like I'll ship an overdimensional tank. Well, on an overdimensional tank, I have to take off the ladders and the handrail and the platform. Okay, those ladders and platform, I might take up 20 feet and it might weigh 2,000 pounds. But on my rate con, it says full truckload. You cannot partial my freight because it says full truckload. If you show up at my shipper with freight on, or you show up at the receiver with freight on other than my freight, we're going to have an issue. because you literally are in breach of contract of me. So, but if that rate con says partial or LTL, you can technically break the seal, because you can say that this was put out as a partial or LTL. So you can give me the seal, but I can break your seal, because so you better give me a second seal or a third seal and mark that on the bill of lading or whatever you want to do. But this was not sold, or this was literally contracted. It doesn't matter the rate. It matters if it was contracted to you as a full or partial load. If it's full under contract, there's no such thing as an LTL rate. There's only a contracted LTL load, or a contracted partial load, or a contracted full load. They're three different things. It's like half the truck. LTL might be 1 or 2 pallets. You know what I mean? And then there's full load, which is all load. So there's actually 3. You know what I'm saying? So, but if it's contracted on my rate con as full, that I don't care if it's 1 pallet. I'm paying for that whole truck, and you took it as that. You're right. Right? I'll talk about right.
Oh yeah, I already know. I used to drive for YRC Freight, and I looked into the sales accounting side, and that's exactly how it works. A lot of that stuff's dedicated. $4,000 for 1 pallet. Believe it. A lot of that stuff is contracted freight. Even LTL, big money. Big money.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Contracted to you, but you lowball me and contracted to me, and you're not giving me $3,500 or $3,800. So you're not gonna put 1 pallet on my truck, and then I'm gonna run my truck empty because you're a customer, because you get to keep most of the money. That's what I'm saying.
You see, you think there's an LTL rate. There's no such thing as a partial rate or LTL rate. It does that. There's no such thing as that.
I'm not talking about the LTL rate. I'm talking about the space that you're selling. You want me to run a load. You want that 1 pallet on my semi.
Yes.
Right?
Yes.
I told you I need $3,800.
Okay.
You think I'm gonna pick it up from Nashville and take it up to Winchester, Virginia for $1,000? No, I'm gonna put 5 more load and screw you and your customer. That's what I'm gonna do.
If I send that contract over to you, and on that contract it says full truckload for $1,000,
I don't give 2 shit about your contract. And when I pull up at the loading dock, your shit gonna be in the back of the truck. Well, then and your customer gonna take their forklift and they're gonna take it off.
I swear to God, Kirk. Then don't sign the contract.
I already signed it because I need that pallet, because that pallet gonna give me $8,000. I ain't gonna miss it. No, well, you ain't gonna put shit on my truck for no icky dicky number.
Here's what
and you better don't get in an argument with me if you find out, because I'm gonna throw this shit in a dumpster.
No, because what's gonna happen?
And then you're gonna be really fucked.
Get a claim and find out how quickly you pay the full truck claim.
Ooh, I don't care about your claim. I don't care about your claim.
You don't, but your insurance company will.
You see what I'm saying? No, because I'm gonna tell them we'll throw the shit out because you don't want to pay. And they're gonna call me. They're gonna listen, buddy. Listen, you're gonna submit a claim, and they're gonna call me and they're gonna ask me what happened. And I said we throw it in the garbage because they refuse to pay. They have it sitting on the truck, and they did not come in a timely manner, and it's out. That's it.
If you favor, I just recorded that, and I want to make sure that that's the exact thing you say to your insurance company. I'm just gonna play that.
Oh yeah. As if you're gonna know that it's gonna turn out like that for you to hit record in the first.
Swear to God, this guy. If you sign the contract saying you're gonna haul it as a full
I don't give 2 fuck about your contract. Your contract don't run the back of this truck. That's what I'm saying. You pay me $1,000, and you gonna get what $1,000 come with, and $1,000 come with my truck running with other freight. See how you can't get over on me with them other guys, them other box truck guys. Why you never put that shit in a cargo van? Why you want my semi to put it on my semi?
High, and that's in the contract.
Then pay fucking dock high money, which is $3,000.
Solve this problem. The minute you don't care about the contract, that same contract says how much I'm supposed to pay you. I don't care about the contract.
Listen, buddy. Listen. All right, go ahead.
You ain't
I bet you don't know this, Kirk. I bet you don't know this. Whenever you can't fulfill a contract, they backcharge you.
Yes.
You don't know that? I know that from my buddy who does broker with Toyota Manufacturing. He didn't get the just-in-time freight there, and that's what the contract was. He got charged $15,000 for every hour that truck was late.
Because guess what other contract you signed? You signed the carrier packet. And in the carrier packet said, if you don't abide by the individual contract, I can do A, B, C, and D. I don't care about that.
And guess what? And guess what? That carrier package favor fucking you. That's why I don't give a fuck about your pilots. Because everything in that carrier package favor you and your company and your fucking dispatcher company and all that shit. So that's why we gonna take that one pilot and I'm gonna put it with other shit, even though I signed the contract.
You know who cares about the contract? The judge. When we go in front of a judge, when we talk about the lawsuit.
You hear what I just said, right? You hear what I just said? Your contract favor you. Your contract that I signed to get the load favors you. Am I right or wrong?
You're right.
What? God damn it. Just do what I tell you to do and hold the damn straight. You understand me?
You see what I'm saying? You see where we're going with this, Mark?
Mark, go get your ski mask.
Yes or no? Does it favor? Oh, hold on. Does it favor you? Yes or no?
What did you say? I wasn't even here. Was some other guy jumped in here? I don't know what happened. What happened?
Your contract. When I book that load, your contract that you have me sign. Does that contract favor us or does it favor you?
The contract, the rate con works between me and you, and so does the carrier packet that you signed.
No, sir. That carrier package favor you and your company.
No, it's you.
Everything in that yes, no. Listen, the laws in that contract is state laws and your requirement and fulfillment of my service. That's what the fuck is in that contract. That's why I don't give a fuck about your contract.
By you signing the contract, you're agreeing to those terms.
Exactly. I'm going to agree to it. I'm going to agree to it. But when I show up, your customer one pallet going to be on the back of my truck.
Listen to me when I talk, goddamn you. When you sign a contract with a bank for a truck, you sign a contract to pay in those terms. If you don't do it, they take the truck. You see what I'm saying?
Okay. All right.
Right? Perfect. He drove out of.
You tell them new guys that come out here that trying to make a name for. You can tell them guys that are trying to make a name for themselves out here. See, I'm already out here. I don't need to make a name. You see what I'm saying? I'm just trying to let you understand that this is why most of the time, like the guy came up early, this is part of the problem. Yeah. Even though y'all making a lot more money, a lot of money that you can pay more, you still try to get the whole truck to pull one or two pallets, and you knowingly lowball these fucking people because, again, it's all about what you want, right? It's all about your profit.
We be lowballing on the 1 pick 2 drop, 1 pick 3 drop too. Yeah.
That's fine. Listen, I'm fine with that. I'm fine with that. But you see how you guys brag about that? But why you get mad when I say I'm going to fucking put your load with other load? Why y'all get upset about the contract? You don't hear me talk about no contract. You see how they get? Mark, I want you to understand how these guys function. You see how they jump up and talk about the contract? Fuck your contract. That's why I'm going to put shit on the truck. You see what this guy just said? Oh, yeah. We make money off of the partial and all the other loads that you have. Yeah. You see how they brag about it, Mark? But then when I talk about the shit I'm going to do, all of a sudden, the judge, a contract, fuck you, your judge, the police, the DA, the fucking weight station is going to run with other loads.
Where's immigration? Listen to me.
You see, I don't give two fuck about immigration. I'm a U.S. citizen. Fuck immigration too.
Listen to me. When you sign the
contract, what I'm saying? You see how they get very uptight, Mark? Because everything in that contract favor them. And they want you to abide by their rules. Like I fucking work for you. Get the fuck out of here, buddy. You gonna pay me $1,500, you gonna run that shit with other shit. Fuck you talking about?
But when you sign any contract, you agree to those terms. It doesn't matter if you're buying a house, buying a building, or hauling the freight. You've agreed to the terms of the contract.
Yeah.
Does the contract say that?
Does the contract back charge you? They're gonna charge you.
Hold on. Hold on. Who is they? Who is they? Who is they? Let's talk about
The
they. Who is
shipper.
they?
Specifically the procurement
Hold on.
office.
Hold on. Who is the shipper? Hold on. Who is they? The shipper?
Procter and Gamble.
Hold on. The shipper, right?
A shipper
Procter and
can.
Gamble.
So I don't. So here one. I don't give a fuck about your shipper because me and your shipper don't have a contract. You and your shipper got a contract. Me and you got a contract. So fuck.
Exactly.
So fuck
And I
what
have
your
to
shipper
fulfill that
requires.
contract.
You gotta pay them, not me.
Stop.
Exactly.
What you talking
No,
about?
they pay me. I pay you.
There, soldier. Stand by.
Okay, so your shipper rule doesn't apply over here, buddy.
You think
You're serving your shipper.
You think
what you talking about?
Oh, easy there, Tiger. You think you don't have a contract with the shipper? You ever hear of a bill of lading that you sign? You understand that's a separate contract between you and the shipper, right?
Oh yeah.
No, that's separate. But wait. But your shipper can't file a claim on behalf of on my insurance. You gotta do it.
No.
You gotta do it.
The shipper can file a claim on your insurance.
Hang on. Stop. Let me do this because I'm also an insurance agent. Let me explain this to you how it actually works. A broker.
All right, tell me.
You never take possession of the freight. Technically, the shipper's the one that files the claim. I can assist, but if I never take possession of the freight, as long as I'm not filing against my contingent cargo insurance, and I'm actually filing on the original
they
insurance.
filed it with you. They filed the claim to your insurance, which is your policy.
Never take possession of the freight. It's the shipper that's actually filing the claim because it's their freight, and you signed a contract between you and the shipper that it would get delivered safely and undamaged. You signed that. It's called a bill of lading. Read the back of it.
Hold on. I got it. But wait a minute. Let me get this clear. I'm on
megaphone now. You talked for 27 minutes. Listen, I timed you. Listen, when a claim is filed, it's actually the shipper filing the claim because they're the one that's going to get the money. Now, brokers think they can file claims and they think they can step on you, but it's actually the shipper because the only people that take possession of the freight is the shipper, you, and the receiver.
Yes. Absolutely correct. The shipper does not care about a broker's contingent cargo insurance, a broker's all risk insurance. All that gets thrown out the window. They're going to come from that 100K cargo coverage that you got for that carrier policy. That's the first thing they're going to nip.
They ain't gonna come for shit because again, I'm up in the.
You see how I get serious? That's that broker in me, Mark.
Your eyes, bro. What's going on with your eyes,
that broker in me. See, I'm friendly and I'm nice and I'm cute most of the time. But when it comes to that money or when it comes to business, woo, boy, it's a complete.
Hey, Mark. I want you to understand how these guys get very defensive when you choose to use your truck the way you want to use your truck. They talk about contract, judges, lawyers. We don't give a fuck about that. If you don't pay me what I want, see, you ain't talking to Buddy that just came up. He's new to this thing.
I am literally
you see what I'm saying?
Owe me apples, bro. You should be bringing an apple class. I'm you.
Who you schooling?
You. You
ain't schooling me because half the shit you gonna do with these guys you can't do with me. I just told you that.
I just told
you ain't schooling me. Talk about I'm in a contract with this, that, and the third. You better pay me. You and your buddy over here. Talk about we go. You see what I'm saying?
I swear to God.
All I gotta say is, before I roll up out of here, there's money out here.
Talk about this guy come up here and talk about they're gonna charge you $15,000.
Pulling bulk liquids. Woo, boy, that's that money right there. That tanker, that's that tanker money. You don't know nothing about that tanker money. You know, anhydrous ammonia, $40,000 a load.
Yeah,
that's tanker money.
Hey, Mark, I want you to understand how these guys, when they talk, it's always intimidation, using the government, using all these other talking points that they have. A guy like me don't give a fuck about your shit that you talk about. If you fuck around with me out here, I'm going to throw your shit in the garbage too. And I mean it. And you'll fucking file a claim or you're going to see what happens.
Yeah,
you see what I'm saying?
Yeah, matter of fact,
look. We got to pay some. We got to take care of these super chats, man. We got
let the mate guy go. and
couple hundred. Just pause. Put it on ice for a second. All right.
Don't say ice.
All right. Well, put it on something.
Sweet.
So, first of all, Kobe loved dropping $100 super chats. Look at how emotional Kirk gets. Daddy issues. That's your boy. That's your boy.
Weak Kobe. Weak ass Kobe.
All right. Now, all right. So, CO got a few questions. What makes brokers push the button to approve new authorities to run for them? I had tried it, and Front Row Logistics say they need 180 days, then push a button to Ivor Ride Highway. What makes you give a new authority a chance?
So a lot of systems that are going on right now is we're using like Go Highway or Highway. There's Broker OK, and a lot of these systems now that we don't need a lot of new carriers because there's not a lot of freight volume. So we're really being restrictive on the carriers that we've already worked with that we already know for a couple of reasons, right? So obviously time under your authority is one. Also, just so you know, and I can show you, Highway keeps track of almost everything. I can tell if you're using a virtual address. I can tell if you're using virtual phone numbers. I can tell if you're how much money you're factoring because it's teamed up with Triumph. So I can tell how much money technically Triumph is factoring. I can tell to see if you're factoring more loads than you have trucks. So I'll know you're double brokering. So there's actually a point system that a lot of brokerages are using that are saying, okay, how many loads have you hauled for us before? How much, what's Highway say? How many trucks do you have? Because, hey, if you only have one truck and you're barely hanging on, I don't want a blown tire to cause you to go out of business when my freight's on your truck, right? So if you have 10 trucks, you're less likely to go out of business if something were to happen than if you're one truck right now. So a lot of it's going to be how much and how confident can you be when you come to me, when you sell this to me, right? Can you solve my problems? Do you sound confident when you do this? How do do you speak well? Do you communicate well? Do you know your industry well? So a lot of times things can be I can override things if you have a portfolio or some type of way of preventing yourself in a professional business matter. Your email address. If you send me an email and it's a Gmail, goodbye. If you send me an email and there's no signature at the bottom, it just says Joe, or it just says, moving on up to the east side, or whatever, bro. I'm just going to call him bro from now on. If it just says, hey, bro, at the bottom, that's unprofessional. Like, have a business signature that has your name, your address, your DOT number. Show me your professionalism. That goes monstrous compared to an email with no signature and a Gmail account that says, Houston, Syracuse, how much? Bye. You know what I mean? It's like, these are the type of things that you're really going to want to when you present yourself. When you make the phone call, hey, this is Jim from I don't know how to haul freight moving company hustle.com. I'm looking for your for this load to this load. Can you tell me about that? I'm currently at this location. That first communication, that first contact is extremely important. So first impressions go a long way. And that's some of the stuff that's going to push you to the next level is how you present your business to me on that first initial contact. Does that make sense?
Absolutely.
Right.
Am I miss anything? Did I miss anything? I mean, I thought it was pretty.
You got it. I think you got his questions. You got his questions. All right. So I think we got all the super chats up to date, and I don't know. Ring the bell. Fight. I don't know. Continue to fight.
Come on, let me.
These guys, Mark, that's how they are. Anytime you push back and challenge them on certain shit they do, they like to bring law enforcement and the insurance and all of this shit. That's the only talking point. Only talking point. And that's when they drop their stupid ass contract that only favor them with a bunch of fucking laws that come from the FMCA. They drop down in there and all the fucking do's and don'ts. That's all they do. See what I'm saying?
Essay. You don't even know how to spell FMCSA. You forgot the S part. You know what I'm saying? Kirk,
see what I'm saying?
You think I'm going to contract for you? Do you think my contract that I'm going to offer for my country is going to be Kirk friendly? Do you think I'm going to make it where it's everything he wants? Or do you think I'm going to make it where I protect my business entity and my business?
So you just lied to me because you said no, it benefits both of us. So I catch you on the line alive.
No, I never
You
said
just said benefit both of. Yes, you did. More roll the tape back. You said your contract is for both of us. So you're a fucking liar on the live. You just said that.
I swear to God, keep talking, keep saying it, keep saying.
Didn't I just press this guy and say your contract doesn't benefit me? And this guy jump up and say, yeah, it does. And if they charge you and this and that, see, that's why we don't fucking trust you for fucking brokers. Cause y'all be just swinky swanky. Just you don't even forget what you said.
Kurt, the problem is you don't speak English, right? We got to work on that. So the problem is, I said the contract's for both of us. Not
I don't speak English. Yeah, I don't speak English.
That's what
I understand enough not to be deceived by you motherfuckers. That's what the fuck I need to know. I just need to know to say yes, no, and it's going to be $200. That's it.
Benefits both of us and for both of us are not the same thing. You know that, right?
You did not make that claim. You said it benefits.
No, I never said
both of us. And I even went as I said, Mark, didn't I say that? I said your contract does not, it was not written to benefit carriers. This is why y'all use the law so much on law enforcement. Listen, this is why you like to run to law enforcement as an intimidation method. This is why y'all like to draw for insurance as an intimidating method. Because guys like me who tell you to fuck off, you're not used to and accustomed to guys like me who don't give a fuck and that will push that limit.
Yes, and you're not.
You see what I'm saying? So that's why. So that's listen. I've get claim filing me before. I got claim filing me before. I've returned fucking freight to shippers. I got brokers telling me we gonna call the police. We gonna do this. I'm not. You see what I'm saying? So all the shit you're talking, I've been through it before. You guys just don't like guys like me that go stand up to you and call you out for the bullshit.
Do you think if we leave, Kirk will just keep yelling at the screen? I'm just wondering. You think if we just all left, he would just keep yelling? Okay, listen. I bet you how the show could go on with empty chairs.
Go ahead, because I catch you in a liar. I'll catch you in a lie. Go ahead, because you done prove that you're a liar.
I just want to add something before I bounce real quick.
Yeah.
Everyone who's a motor carrier need to have all your certifications. There's absolutely no excuse for you not to have, if you don't have a CDL, to have your hazmat endorsement. You have a CDL, you should be having your doubles and triples endorsement, your hazmat endorsement, your tankers endorsement. You could get away with the doubles and triples. Probably not pull that. But what's up?
I even have my bus endorsement. I've got them all.
Yeah.
Why the fuck are we getting all these endorsements? Why we getting all? Why we getting all these endorsements? Y'all motherfucker ain't paying for the regular CDL. Why the fuck I'ma triple up and double up and y'all motherfucker ain't paying? I got tweet card, I got everything, and y'all motherfucker ain't paying for all of that. But you want me to go get double, triple so it can benefit you every phone call you get?
To lower your commercial insurance rate. To lower your commercial insurance rate.
What is wrong with you? You listen to these guys talk. It's always for shit to benefit them, not us.
Oh, it benefit me? Your hands on the steering.
It'll benefit you, but you don't even know how it benefits you.
He doesn't even know how to keep his hands on the steering wheel.
You think I don't know? You think I don't know how it benefits me?
You may know, but all I'm saying is, look, make sure you have all your endorsements, make sure you have your twit card, and then also look to get your TSA certification, because that allows you to move air freight and things that move in the air. You want to go to the port, get your twit card. If you want to go to a military base, go get your twit card. All right, just make sure you have all your ducks in a row, so you have.
You can't use a tweet card no more. You can't use a tweet card no more. Listen, buddy. All you're saying is,
I issue TSA
all you're saying.
Each fucking driver that I hire, I have a duty and responsibility to train them and to put them out on the road as a driver that is TSA certified.
Yeah.
It took me 5 months to get through that goddamn process, and it was hard. Go out there and get your certifications and stop complaining. Put every single endorsement possible out there on the back of your license, because that's what YRC Freight required. It wasn't an option. See, when you guys go to Schneider, Warner, and these places, it's an option. Don't make shit an option. Do it right the first time. That's all I gotta say, man. I got freight to move.
Hey, Mark. Yeah. You see what this guy just said? Hey, don't leave. You see what this guy just said? So if I got my triples and my twig card, and I call this motherfucker, and I ask him for two pallets, and he keep $1,800. When I get my triple and double, all he gonna keep is more money. Fuck you, motherfucker. Get the fuck out of the line. It's only benefiting these guys. Fuck you talking to? You can talk to them little new motherfuckers out here.
Yeah.
The more requirement you have on your license, the more money these motherfuckers make. Fuck you gonna talk about get your certification. You know why I'm telling you this, Mark? Because every phone call they get, they want a motherfucker with a full package so they can keep more money and pay you less and less and less. Why the fuck I'm gonna take a hit every time I go higher and better to benefit you? Go move your fucking freight. This is 11 at night.
Okay,
Fuck
Kirk.
you talking
Kirk,
to,
for the
man?
example that I gave earlier, right? For the CFM aircraft engine that's getting hauled from the Port of Miami all the way up to O'Hare, right? It's like 1,300 miles loaded. If United Airlines paid me $28,000, why the fuck would I turn around and pay you 25 grand or 20 grand before I leave?
No, that's not the majority of us. People need to go get it. You're telling people to go get it. What you're talking about is what? See, Mark, what you gonna find with these guys? Everything they talk is convenient for them. It's all about what they want you to do, what they want you to get, what they want you to have, so they can please their fucking customer, which is fine with me. My problem with y'all is y'all ain't paying. Y'all want to use my time and my space, but then y'all want to set the fucking ground rule. Like you can't have it both ways.
Okay, then let
And
me
I
put
know
it to
why.
you
I
like
don't
this,
even know
Kirk.
why.
Let me put it. Okay,
I don't
I
even know why
understand you,
people
Kirk, because I'm
scared.
on the carrier and I'm on the broker side now. So I agree with you. And let me put it to you like this: go chase Jennifer for Airbus Corporation, sitting in their logistics department, and go contact Jennifer and let me know when you get a chance to talk to her. Let alone she email you documents for you to go handle some freight dedicated, or even on a one-time one-off. I need you to go talk to somebody specifically and go get awarded freight, and then come back and then tell us about that process of
But
how
that's
long or
not the
how hard or how
majority, though.
arduous it was.
No, but that's not the majority. What you're telling people on the live to go do is shit that gonna benefit y'all. That's all I'm saying. And the more
That's how
it
you get to
benefit
the real
y'all is
money,
the less
Kirk.
this motherfucker gonna get. No, you get to the real money by getting your fucking customer, not dealing with fucking guys like you. Are you crazy? Well, your first statement on the live early on was you take money, $1,800, 2 grand all the time. So why the fuck I'm gonna go get better license so you can go fucking have a night, partying and driving a fucking Lamborghini? This guy live in fucking Maine. He have a fucking boat up there. Go fish every fucking weekend and shoot his gun in the fucking wild. And then
Bro,
he
that's
tell Mark, I don't
sales.
drive it
Kirk,
on a
that's
yacht.
bro. I can go sell
This is a seg
aircraft
right
parts
here.
and make more
This is
than a
a seg
broker.
right here.
I can
And
go
then you
sell
run over.
agriculture fertilizer and make more than a freight broker. I can go, but there's a lot of things. I can go fucking sell power plant parts for fucking oil and rigs and gas, energy. There's money everywhere, boss. You gotta get for one that's sales. So you gotta know sales. For one, that's sales. But for
I
two, it's the
understand that.
overall business, my guy. You getting pissed because it's
I don't know what
sales.
Oh,
it
I'm
is.
not pissed.
This is sales,
I'm not
bro.
pissed. I'm saying that I'm not pissed. I'm saying that y'all are robbing the people as it is now. Why the fuck would a guy go scale up on their license? First of all, you gotta get a tweet card. You just said it
You gotta
took you
get
five
TSA
months. Why the
certification.
fuck am I going through a training? Why do I gotta get training and all this
Bro, it's
shit? Right?
$125 and some fingerprints, bro. Go get it. Stop
I know
crying
what the
that I'm fucking
fuck it is.
reimbursing, bro.
I got it.
It's not
I
that
got it.
deep.
I got it.
And then you come over here, you come
I
lease
got
on,
it.
and I'll give you that TSA
You want me?
certification. You pass this
You,
10
you,
question
want, you want me?
test.
You want me to show you mine? I got mine. I got it right now. Mine expired in about. I got that. I got Globe. I got the whole shebang. But my question
You got
is,
everything, so
why
you
I even
should
got?
understand what we're talking about here then.
Yeah.
I got my ID with a star in it because you can't even go in the fucking military no more unless you got that star in the ID. You see what
Is
I'm
that for
saying?
the
So
organ
I got it
donation?
all.
Is that for
But
the
my
organ donation? And that's a whole nother
no,
topic.
no.
Woo, angel freight? Angel freight when you gotta transport
But
some
what I'm
lungs
saying,
or we're not even gonna go there. We're not gonna go there. Well, it's money out here, man.
But what I'm saying
money
is,
out here. You got to know how to get to it. I got to go. You got to know how to get to the money. You got to know how to get to the money, boss. I mean, like, with over-dimensional freight, you got freight moving every day. $100,000 they paid to move those generators. $100,000. Guess what? They shipped 5 of them today. Guess what? None were on your truck. None were on your removable gooseneck. Dude, there's fucking money out here. You gotta know how to get to it. You sitting on the load board calling a broker, that ain't gonna fucking cut it.
Who, me?
Go. No. I'm speaking to the 106 people viewing this.
Yeah.
Pick up that phone. Get on Google. Get on LinkedIn.
Marco,
and contact Jennifer.
Marco,
contact
I'm gonna get off the
Andy in the logistics department.
Look
and
deep
tell me how long it took you to get awarded some freight. Again, my name's Rashad Moore. I'm the owner of Pitt Freight Company in Fort Wayne, Indiana. Have a good night.
And then he comes up, and then he comes up here trying to fucking do a sales pitch.
Listen,
I fuck on the live trying to do a sales pitch, like this guy over here from.
Kurt.
What you say? You're from Maine? Say he's from Maine. You don't got a yacht. You got a fishing boat. You go in the fucking wild and shoot deer. You drive up to fucking Canada. Go drink a cup of tea with your buddy, and then you come over in the back of fucking carrier.
I can't hear you unless your phone is on top of your eyes. So listen, that's the first thing. Second thing is I live up here in Maine I have a 4,000 square foot home and 11 acres. So I don't need to go. I don't go on a yacht, bro. That's my property. But unless I've never been so afraid during a live feed than I was staring deep into the eyes of somebody screaming at me. You know what I'm saying? That was intense. Where were we? Oh yeah, I remember where we were. You're wrong.
Wait. Isn't that what you wanted? You came on the live and said, "Yeah, I'm ready for this. I'm ready for this. Yeah, Mark, let's go." So why are you terrified?
I'm giving
You get screamed at all day. See how these guys are baby. See how these guys are crybaby, Mark. They scream at people all the time. They slam the phone down. You talk shit. You talk nasty. You get off the phone. You tell people, "Yeah, that guy's stupid," and then you get coming alive and you get mad. See how these guys are tenderoni?
Yeah, I feel like I'm in a daycare right now, Kurt. And you're the child that's running around breaking everything, and it's like nap time, Kurt. It's nap time. Come on. I'm just telling you. I'm just telling you. First of all, you don't understand the difference between and benefit. That's a miscommunication there. So that was one of the things you had a problem with. I would guess I would have guessed he's from Maine. Well, at least moving on up to the east side is
Who, me?
He's the moving company host or whatever. What's it? Hostile? Brothel?
You still worrying about moving code. Me and you having a conversation. See, your problem is you troubling everybody. You telling me I'm a kid that run around. You troubling people in the chat. Talk to me.
Oh God, yes.
I'm just trying to get some clarification. All right, let's start back.
What clarification?
Why don't you just pay a reasonable rate from the get-go?
Yeah.
That you know is fair and honest, whether it's one pallet full truckload or it's a partial. Why don't you just pay a reasonable rate from the get-go rather than trying to nickel and dime and then have these steep requirements? That's all I'm asking. Why you don't just do it?
Define a reasonable rate. Define a reasonable rate.
You're talking. Oh, I thought you was answered. I thought you was answered. No. So if I ask for 22, you got 38. You know you got the 38, and I asked for 22, but you're basing it off the spot market. Why you don't just pay me the 22?
Why do I need to pay the 22?
You see what I'm saying? You see where the disconnect is? Because you're basing it off the spot market, correct?
So what is the spot market rate that you're going with on that one?
Whatever the spot market is at the time of me booking the load. Okay, so if the spot market today, let's say the spot market today for a full truckload is $2.15. You charge your customer almost $4 fucking dollars.
Maybe.
I said $2.35 or $2.40.
Okay, I'll go with
that. Why you
okay.
can't pay me the $2.40 plus still make a profit? You see what I'm saying?
Okay, so I can answer the question. So basically, then, with the hypothetical that you're saying is, I'm billing $4 and I want to pay you $2, approximately, right? Or no, how much do you want?
Well, okay, for just simplify numbers, let's just use those numbers. You're getting 4 and I want 2. But you
Okay.
want to pay me $1.50. Why do y'all do that?
Because if I can get you to $1.50 on the first load that you're ever doing for me, why would I want to pay you? If I can get you to that and you're going to take it for that, then why would I pay you more?
Oh, so your rate is based off of how much you work with a carrier, and I can understand the new, but if I'm 2 years in business, you're gonna base my rate based on the fact that you never used me before. Is that what you're saying?
Yeah, because I don't know. Just because you're here for 2 years in business doesn't mean you're any good at what you do, right?
So my question is, so why use me at all? Why
Because
lowball me and use me rather than find somebody that qualify or you have used before that
because
you're more comfortable with?
right now, my
How do
people
you
that I
do that?
look, I'm trying to answer, and you just want to jump in. Because most likely, the only reason my freight has hit the load board is because my normal people aren't available. So now I've got to find somebody new.
So your normal people are not available. Oh, so that's how it works. So you can't get your original guys that you're gonna give the $2.50. So you go fishing for a sucker. Is that the mindset you're telling me?
No, have you ever thought about, let's say you ran a business, right? And you normally have normal people. Now you have to hire somebody new. You have to hire somebody new that you don't know if they're going to be any good at the job, right? You don't start paying management wages to somebody off the street. They come in, they start the job. It might be 90 days. They might get a review. They might get a raise. 6 months later, they might get another raise. Nobody pays top-notch dollars to somebody that they have no idea if they're any good at their job in any industry.
Here is my point with that, which I call you capping that. What is reasonable and what is top tier is two different things. I'm asking for a reasonable. That's why I said reasonable rate. Reasonable. You already. Hold on, because that analogy you use, I never said $3.50. I never asked close to $4. I asked for $2. You keep 2. I keep 2.
I have a question for
You're
you.
telling me. Hold on a minute. You're telling me that because I'm a new guy, you never run with Kirk Fresh. So now, despite my years in business, and you look at my MC, I got a good track record, yada yada yada. You still gonna pay me less than what even a reasonable rate is, and then you can't understand why the fuck I'm saying just now I'm gonna put other shit on the freight with your truck, even though you pay me a full truckload. You can't understand why I just said that.
So listen to me. Listen to me I want to ask you a completely separate question. Are you ready, Kirk?
Yeah, go ahead.
Question. Imagine you didn't have breakfast this morning. How would that make you feel?
If I don't have breakfast, it's going to make me feel bad.
Okay, thank God. All right, perfect. That's a test question to see if you can interact with a conditional hypothetical. Okay, perfect. You can. Thank God you passed. You asked, why should I pay you more money when I don't know if you're worth the money? If you ran a restaurant and you needed to hire somebody new and it was the first time you met them, and you're not looking for a management position, you're just looking for a line cook or a dishwasher, are you going to pay? How much are you going to pay? Top money? Or are you going to let that person come in and prove themselves that they're worth more money?
I am going to pay them based on what they're worth, which is their experience, because they're going to come with experience, because you're going to hire based off of experience. It goes to the same analogy. If that chef walks in, you never used him before, but that guy have cooked up 3 of the top restaurants around town, are you telling me you're going to pay him less because you never used him before? Even though his history is already qualified, my lord, my my record as a carrier, I've never had an accident, I'm clean, right?
Yes.
So you're telling me my years in business, my history under your observation does not qualify me to even get the rate. Same thing as a chef. If a chef walk in, if you have a restaurant and the chef walk in, you never used him before. You have been to 3 top guys in the area. You never heard of him though. You're telling me you're gonna pay that man less than what you think he is worth?
The problem is less than what I think he's worth, or less than what you think he's worth. Because if I come in, if I have a load and you think you're worth $2,200, but the position that I'm hiring for doesn't pay $2,200, it pays $1,500, right? Because
no, stop right there because no, the position pay. No, the position is already paying what the position pay. You choose not to pay that position rate because you never used the guy before. That's your analogy.
Listen to me. You told me you used the market rate. If the market rate is $1,500 and you wanted $2,200, then I'm going to pay you $1,500. This was the scenario you gave me. And you said, well, why would I do the market rate of $1,500?
You use the market rate to use as a way to pay me the rate that you come about.
Yeah, so let's say the market rate was $1,500.
But you're getting more than what is fair for you and can let the guy run the load at a reasonable rate, despite what the market rate says. That's my argument.
My point of that is if the market rate is $1,500, that's the market rate. If you walk into McDonald's and the market rate for flipping burgers is $15 an hour, I don't know if you can flip burgers faster. So you're going to come in at $15 an hour until you prove that you're better than $15 an hour.
No, because you're using you're using a 9 to 5 and try to structure it we're talking about a 9 to 5, which is a fixed income basis. Hold on, versus a variable rate. My job as a 9 to 5 mean I get up and drive 15 miles every fucking day, burn $2 in gas. My load might require me to burn $500, $700, $1,000, $800. So you're using these analogies, which you can't because you're now using a fixed rate versus variable rate. But you can't do that because again, because even the market can say this will pay $1,500 today because they move it at $1,500. Let's just say DAT said yesterday we moved this load, full truckload from Chicago to Indiana. We paid $2,000.
You can say this over and over. It's the same thing. Yes.
It can say okay, but here's the thing. You need it there. Check this out. That rate can base off of delivering Friday, not tomorrow. That rate can base off of
market rate from
hold on. We're talking about what?
No,
I understand the market rate. Hold on a minute. The market rate what?
I'm asking you in your hypothetical, let's pick a number. What is the market rate from A to B in your hypothetical? Just give me a number. I know you just any number. Does 1,500 work for you?
Let's use 1,500.
Okay.
Let's go with 1,500.
A to B. Now you want me to pay you 2,200 to A to B, but the market rate right now, according to the analytics, is 1,500. So why, not knowing if you have any skill, every other truck driver is basically moving that, let's just say for 1,500. What value do you bring that I should pay you more?
No, because the market rate is going to consist of different things. That rate can be picking up today and deliver Wednesday. That rate can also be pick up today and deliver Friday. You can want the load pick up today and deliver tomorrow, which going to require me to ask for a little bit more, or you, with your contracts, can pay me above market rate what you think is fair, where both of us still make money.
Here's the problem you're saying.
But what? Wait. But what? Knock that down. Even if you're gonna give me a valuable rate, you're gonna use my experience or the fact that you never run with me before to justify not paying me a reasonable rate, and that's where the problem is.
No, the problem is you're changing the hypothetical. So of course, if it's supposed to pick up Monday and go 1,000 miles and deliver Friday, of course that's going to be a different price. But when I asked you, you used the term reasonable rate. So I'm not going to give you a reasonable rate. If you want a reasonable rate, it's the market rate, and because I don't know you. But if you're going to throw in fluctuations of you might be on the load for 5 days, that takes out reasonable rate. So when you say pay me a reasonable rate, why is $2,200 a reasonable rate to you, but $1,500 is a reasonable rate to somebody else? It's like cheap freight. Define cheap freight.
Here's the thing. You keep using my experience as a justification to use it to leverage the rate. That's my problem with you. So even if the market rate says, even if the market rate says $1,500, you still gonna fuck me over with pay me $1,200 because you never used me before. So at that point, the market rate in your eyes don't matter.
Not going to come
It doesn't matter.
You're asking for more than the market rate. So if I don't know who you are and I've never used you before and I don't know if you're going to pick up on time and you've never done anything for me, I'm probably going to base my rate to the market rate because you're unknown to me. You're the guy walking into McDonald's saying, I want a job. But the job for flipping burgers is $15 an hour. I'm not going to pay you.
No, you cannot use that as an analogy because that's a fixed rate. Monday to Friday, those people get that fixed rate. Okay. I can pick that load up and run it for $700. The rate at that day, the market at that time can says that rate value. Yes. Time the market say fucking $700 and you guys pay $250. Let's talk about that. How many times you look at the board and it says this load should run at $1,500. Y'all motherfuckers said, oh, we're gonna pay $800. So you don't even pay market rate.
That 800,
and then you right here go throw, and then you go throw in the inexperience. So I'm really fucked.
First of all, stop. You're changing this hypothetical every time I back you into a corner and you get pinned down. All right? It's called pivoting.
Mark,
pivot. Let's stop pivoting. All right, let's settle down there, Kirk. Take a breath.
I'm just a moderator. I'm just a moderator for this show. I don't get any debates. I'm just the moderator.
Listen to me.
Stop. Go ahead.
You gave a market rate of we agreed on a market rate of $1,500. You said you wanted a reasonable rate. I asked you for a definition of a reasonable rate. So you want $2,200 to do something that other people are doing for $1,500. Now, you might earn that if I know you or I've worked with you before and you've done a good job for me. But if I don't know anything about you other than your safety score, then what justifies me giving you $2,200?
That's not what I said. No, that's not what I said. I said if you're getting $4 and I'm asking for $2, you say you're not gonna pay me $2 because you never used me before. And I said one of your analysis that you use to justify paying me was the first thing you do is go to the market rate, correct? And you said yes. So if you use the market rate, which is $1,500, and then you tap on top of the market rate, don't knowing me, I'm really fucked. Because now you're gonna pay me less than what the fucking market rate is.
And I would pay. You're throwing that in there. I never. When did I say that? Hey, Make. Are you listening, Make? I'm gonna keep because
that's all y'all pay though. Because even when the Lord board says the market rate is 50, am I the only one in the fucking live saying this? Guys, how many times you go on the Lord board and the market rate says this load pay $1,500 and you try to get the same fucking $1,500? Nah.
No, here's the problem.
Nah,
so if you
can't get that.
If you want me to debate that, I can debate that, but that is not the conversation we were having. You said the market rate was $1,500.
That is exactly the conversation we were having. I said that you run to the market.
Yes.
You know how I know these things? Yes.
So if the market rate is the rate that I don't know who you are. I have no idea who you are. So if you know what the market rate is, 9 times out of 10, you're
right. Right.
You don't shut up.
You're 100% right on that.
You're
100. No, wait. I'm giving you credit. You're 100% right on that. You're gonna go to the market rate.
Yes.
My problem is you don't even pay the market rate because you don't know me. You never run with me before. So you're going to pay me less than the market rate.
No, who said that? I never said that. I'm telling you right
yes,
now.
Yes, you do because you say never run with me before.
You got to learn English. We got to work on your English. You might not pass the English test. All right, listen to me. You're not.
I got my fucking English.
I'm gonna trigger you right out of here. Listen, I'm telling you, if I don't know you, we have a market rate. You know the market rate, and I know the market, or you should. You know the market rate. That's usually the base. Now, I might start the negotiation under the market rate, but I know you're going to work me up to the market rate. But if I know you better than that, I'm not even going to start at the market rate. I might start at $2,000 because I know you're going to do a good job for me because you've done it before, right? So the problem is that yes, I might start at the lower market rate, and I might give you a good feeling inside because you were able to get me up to that $1,500. You got one over on me. Good job. Well, that was my plan, to make you feel like you were able to get me up to the market rate. That's what brokers do. So they'll start at $1,200, knowing they're going to pay.
You see what I'm saying?
Well, what do you want me to tell you? You wanted the truth, or you want me to lie?
But that's no, but that's my point. I'm not coming at you. I'm trying to let you understand why there's a beef and a disconnect with carriers and brokers, because y'all want to take as much as possible. And all I'm asking for you, whether you know the guy or not.
Do you know who?
Hold on a minute. Hold on a minute. Hold on a minute. Whether you know the guy or not. Because the guy got 2 years on his belt. 2 years. So you know the guy been running all year clean. You never used the dude before.
Oh, I don't know that. I don't know that. That guy could have started.
You look up his MC number. You look up his MC number. The guy been running for 2 years. You can see that.
Give you an answer for that. Some carriers will start their authority just to get 6 months underneath it. It's called cooking, and they don't run at all. But I don't know that you've actually run for all. I don't know.
That's bullshit. Because listen, man, you're talking to Kirk, man. You're talking to Kirk. Listen to me. Stop that bullshit. Listen. If I carry all year for 2 years, there's things gonna happen. He's gonna get stopped by DOT. He's gonna get. Listen, you're talking to me, bro. There's gonna be a record of that guy been on here for 2 years.
No, there's not. There's not. I can show you.
Hear me out.
No, I can show you carriers that don't get scaled. They don't get scaled because they're not doing enough miles or not running across scales.
That's not the majority, though. That is not the majority. Majority of the guys who call you are inexperienced and fuck up. So you're gonna know.
No, listen.
You're not talking to a guy like me that can tell you every fucking wait station on the New Jersey Turnpike.
Do you
because
know?
There's none. You see what I'm saying? Like you're talking to me that's out here.
Kurt, I should make more money than you as a broker every time on every load. I'm just letting
you know.
And
I agree with that. I agree with that. I'm not knocking you on your hustle. What I'm saying is, I'm just trying to get the analogies behind you guys' mindset of fair. And when it comes on to just, because here's the thing, I've seen brokers like you.
Bro, it's business, not fairness. I don't care about fair. It's business. So let me explain something to you. Do you know who I don't have a problem with? Do you know which people never give me a single problem or never complain about me? The ones that I feed all the time. The ones that I don't post loads. The ones that my loads never hit the load board. I am a broker that does not have a load board. I haven't used a load board in 10 years. I don't have a load board. I don't need a load board because I don't need to post my freight. I just call. So you're never going to see my. Why? So my drivers don't complain because I know my drivers. I could call a driver up the phone right now. Hey, where you at? When can you be in Texas? When can you be in North Carolina? When can you be here? Give me your number. So my freight
and see those guys, you lowball them and they don't know it because what you do, guys like you friend broker, you friend carriers, so you can keep them at a certain rate also. You see what I'm saying?
No.
You do that.
No.
Of course you do.
That's
why y'all gather all these guys that you can call because you know, yeah, this guy right here, I know him. He'll do it for 1,500. This guy right here, Kirky Fresh, yeah, he ain't gonna go for that 15. Fuck him. Yeah, we gonna call Junior over there. Yeah, he'll do it for 800. Call him. That's what y'all do.
Just so you know how I work. I do not in any way, shape, or form tell a carrier how much a load pays. You tell me. That's how I work my customer. And I can put any of my carriers on the phone and they'll tell you the same thing. I never tell them this load pays $5,000. They tell me every single time. That's how I run my brokerage. And I've been doing that for 22 years. And I have never had a problem. I've never had a complaint. I've never had right there. Yeah, I've never had that. I literally asked there. Entree Mike, I've never told them. I ask every single time. I really am. I never do.
Who is that? Entree Mike? Entree Mike? Let Entree Mike come up here because he understand what I'm talking about. See what I'm saying?
Talking about. We got to work on your English. Nobody
understands. Of course we understand what you're talking about because guys like you like to, you see what I'm saying? And that's why the guy that came the first time, this is the disconnect because when y'all have money, y'all justify keeping money with spot market rate and index and I don't know a guy when that's why and listen, I'm not upset. I'm not watching a pocket. I don't care. I'm just telling you based off of word on the street. That's why when y'all motherfucker give me shit and want to get me to run it by itself, that's why I keep stocking my truck.
You seem triggered.
And when you don't, and that's why y'all like to go to these laws and the government and that this and the judge and fuck all of that. I don't give a fuck about none of that. You go call who you want to call. Your shit gonna run without a freight. Point blank period. And you don't have to use me no more.
Tracks and stuff.
You see what I'm saying?
Some of us business people, we like to focus on contracts and signatures and keeping things on the up and up. I know some of us do that. It's not my fault you can't do that.
Right. So you guys don't like dealing with guys like me because I'm not a pushover.
It doesn't have to be about
see what I'm saying?
About signing a contract and sticking to the binding contract between
the two. I don't give two fuck about your contract. That's what I'm saying. Once you ain't paying me, because see, I know the games y'all play. I know the games y'all play. So here's the thing. You playing the game in your office with your buddy, I'm out here playing my game with my truckers out here. That's how this shit work. I'm just telling you that's how it runs.
I wish we signed a contract that you would eventually stop talking. So listen, is it okay if I don't abide by the contract? Like if I don't pay you, is that okay if I say screw this contract? I don't have to pay you. Can I have the same attitude?
How many times we show up because of not of our fault and y'all take money out?
I'm just asking. Is it okay for me not to pay you at all? Is it okay for me?
Of course. Because y'all the fucking finance holder. How many times we show up 30 minutes late?
I'm not.
And y'all justify taking out money.
I'm asking, is it okay for me not to pay you because I don't give a shit about the contract? Is that okay?
Y'all do it all the fucking time. Of course you do.
Okay.
See, here's the thing. A lot of the guys you work with, they're not like me that go fucking come and find your building and gas it. They're not like me. See, you don't play with me like that. I'm going to show up with a fucking can of gas and it's going to be in a fire. See, I'm different.
Is it okay, Kurt?
Yeah, it's not okay, but y'all do it. It's not okay, but y'all do it. Do grimy shit to them inexperienced people out here that don't know what the fuck is going on.
No, it's not.
But you run that shit with me. Your building gonna be in fire the next fucking morning.
No, it's not okay.
Because y'all like to play game. No, it's not. But y'all do it. And don't tell me you don't know if carriers or brokers who do it.
No, it's okay.
Oh, he was 30 minutes late, and he was this, and he was that.
But it's okay for you not to abide by the contract, but it's not okay for me not to abide by the contract. If I said to you, I don't give a shit about the contract that you just signed. I don't care if it says I owe you money. Is that okay? No. But it's okay for you to say you don't care about the contract. Take your time on this one. Take your time. You're digging a hole. You want a shovel?
Listen. I'm not digging no hole. I'm not. Listen. At the end of the day, this is what I'm saying. At the end of the day, you gonna do what's best for you, and I'm gonna do what's best for me.
Yes, that's business.
No. Let me say something. Let me say something to you. I don't have these problems. None of this shit I'm describing to you, I have no problem with this shit. I don't get into tit for tat with brokers. Those shit was my early days. I've never had to visit no broker. And thank God I've been out here so long that I don't have to. But if I was moving, like, oh, I see somebody, like if I was supposed to start back, because me personally, when I start, this shit was sweet. But if I was supposed to start a trucking company in 2025, a lot of y'all building would be on fire. I'm going to be honest with you. This shit going to be in smoke.
I understand. So the only problems you have is like somebody said in the chat is the daddy problems. I get that. I understand. No problems with trucking, just daddy problems. I understand. That was somebody from the chat, right?
Just daddy problem.
Yeah,
my mama is around, but just daddy problem.
But the problem is that when you say that you don't care about the contract, but you expect me to care about the contract, that doesn't roll right? So, but the issue is that we're both in business, not fairness. So we're trying to build a relationship between I'm trying to prove I'm a good broker. You're trying to prove you're a good carrier. So it goes both ways. If I don't do my job, or I tell you something wrong, or something incorrect time, or I miss an appointment, or I don't get this set up, you should fire me, right?
Let me ask you a question. Let me ask you a question.
Oh God!
You got a lot of carriers that you like. That you say you don't post your load, right?
Correct.
Do you build relationship with those guys by not treating them fair when you first met them, or you lowball the fuck out of them and they just keep coming back to you?
Well, you keep hearing using the term lowball.
I'm asking you a simple question. It's a yes or no. Do you treat them fair for them to come back, or you treat them the way that where they're like, yeah, I don't fucking with this guy because they're coming back.
I treat
How you keeping them?
Well, I'm trying to answer. So the first time I meet my carriers, I would consider treating them fair based on the market rate to prove of what the area. So if the market rate is 1,500, I'm going to be within that market rate, that baseline rate, until you prove to me or justify something to me, either bringing me value or bringing me knowledge that I didn't know, and that's happened also, right? That I should be paying you more. And then eventually you're above the market rate. And eventually, like I said, so for me, if the market rate would be, now this is old, but when I first started needing carriers, if the market rate was 1,500, that's like walking into a new business and everybody's getting paid $15 an hour to start. I know you don't like that analogy, but it doesn't matter if it's a contractor or McDonald's, right? This is your base rate that we pay. And then you have to prove why you bring more value to the company or to me or whatever to earn more money. Do you do a good job? I mean, should I pay you $22 an hour and on the first load you show up late, don't do communication, and then deliver late? Is that okay?
That is justified of you. That is justified. My argument to you is if you meet a carrier that is new, this boxer guy show up, he got 2 pallets, and he's asking you, hey man, I know the market rate for boxer says at 50, I'm trying to get an 80. You got $4 fucking dollars. Your argument is, well, I'm gonna pay him based off of me working with him the first time. And I said to you, also, you go look at the market rate. And you're like, yes. So if you base off of his experience and not working with him, and then you throw the fucking market rate in there, motherfucker is getting way less than what you're getting. That's the problem. And the problem, it's okay. It's okay to admit.
Let me explain.
But y'all will never, y'all like the fucking police. You know, y'all like the police. You got this ego that y'all can't just be like, yeah, you're right, man. We do need to change some shit around.
He just keeps, listen to me. Kirk, don't make me tell the teacher. All right, listen. Do you think a business, right, not has more than $15 an hour to pay somebody when do you think they have 40, 50, 60, 70, 8? Technically, do you think they hold that much money in lines of credit or in the bank account that they could pay more money? I mean, why are you? I mean, you're looking at this and saying, how much money does the business actually have? Like you're worried.
Sir, I'm not talking about what a business have or what they don't have. I'm saying you got it. You got the budget.
Yes.
Listen, if I wanna advertise on Mark, let me use this. If I want to advertise on Mark channel, I'm gonna call Mark. Mark, I want to put an advertisement on your channel. You know what the first thing Mark gonna do? Mark gonna say, you know what? What kind of business it is? Then Mark gonna look at what the rate is paying for that type of advertisement. The market rate, correct? Then Mark might charge based off the fact that whether it's an older company or a new company. If it's a new motherfucker, you might have to pay a little bit more because nobody knows you.
Listen to me. Why do you think you get more money if I have more money? Why do you think you get that?
I'm not asking for more money. I'm asking for what is fair based off of what you're getting.
No.
You still gonna make more money. You still gonna make money. I'm not asking for much.
Hang on. Let me ask a question. If there's a load that I only have $1,500 in it and I pay you $2,200, are you okay taking less money? Because it's only fair that you take less money if I'm losing money on a load, right?
You just keep you understand what I'm saying? See, this is a good thing that y'all like to do. You keep dancing around the question, twisting the question around. You keep moving the goalposts, which is the thing that brokers do. And then you're an insurance agency, so you gotta sell something. You know what I mean? So you in that you can't get to see.
I'm gonna talk.
You see where I'm coming from? But at the end of the day, what you constantly try to do is to make me look like I'm stupid or I don't know what the fuck I'm talking. And all I'm saying is your hustle is fine. I'm not mad at your hustle. What I'm saying to you, based off of my experience, booking loads, running loads, knowing the market rates, when I book a load with you and you pay me whatever you want to pay me or I agree on to take it at that rate, I'm going to pivot my truck to maximize more money on my truck based off of what I'm booking, not based off of what you're giving. That's all I'm saying.
Kurt, I don't know your experience. I don't know any of that.
You right, bro. Okay. From looking at it, Kirk, and I agree with you, bro, because I drive. But I'm kind of understanding his point because he a broker. So he fighting to keep as much money in his pocket because it's business to him. You just a number. We just a number.
Yes.
You on the other hand, I get it from a truck driver perspective because I'm trying to get what I get, and I'm not wrong either. But they see it how they see it, and we see it how we see it. We ain't gonna never agree, because it's just, you know what I'm saying? It's the game.
Exactly. That's all I'm saying. So what I'm saying to him, point to what you're saying. They see the way they see it, and I see the way I see it. This is why when I book a load and they don't pay the rates and they want these stipulations, I tell them to go fuck themselves. And when they come with this contract, I say fuck you on your contract.
Yeah, you don't have
to. See, he don't like that. But see, he don't like that. He don't like that. Then he brings the government, and I say fuck the government.
No.
And then he talks about judge and lawyers, and I say fuck them too.
It's different.
And then he said, well, if I don't pay you, well, what that? And I said, you don't pay me, I'm going to burn your building down. See, I'm different over here.
Sir, do you believe that if you sign a contract, you are agreeing to the terms in the contract, even if you're buying a house, you're buying a car, you're signing on with Mark to do something? Do you believe that if you sign a contract with Mark for anything, that if you break the terms of the contract with Mark, do you not believe you have to stand by those terms? Because I think Mark's going to say you sure the hell do.
We've been down this road already.
Listen.
We already been down that road, and for real, you don't even got used to hypothetical.
Hold on, listen. Yeah. That is what we're talking about is two separate things, and my man right here will agree to me. You're talking about a fixed rate versus a variable rate.
No. I'm not even talking about that. I'm not even. I'm talking about the fact that you believe.
Oh, you're just talking about the contract. You're just saying the contract. Okay, the contract.
Yes. Do you believe if you sign that?
Yeah.
Okay. Perfect. Yeah. That's what it's established. Yeah. Perfect.
Yeah.
Mark
yeah.
too, right?
Yeah. But see, you in the office. I'm out here, so you don't know what's going on in the back of my truck.
Bro, I've done your job. I've done your job.
You see what I'm saying?
So why y'all don't hold up y'all end of the contract?
I've done your job. You have not done mine. I've done your job.
Why don't y'all hold up y'all end of the contract?
We do.
They use law enforcement and the government.
No, y'all
use intimidation.
Y'all use loopholes.
They use intimidation and an insurance company, and they don't like when guys like me say fuck all of those people.
This is a
You
blanket
ever
statement.
run? If you ever book a load with me and fuck with me, you will have a nightmare. And I'm telling you, I would throw that shit in the dumpster. And I don't
Podcast.
give two fuck about you.
Are
And I would, a matter of fact, I would cancel the insurance a day before I dump it. So you really ain't gonna get no money. You could
what?
sue till you die. You ain't gonna get a dollar.
All right, we're making some blanket statements that I don't know what you're talking about. So
And
what?
then I'm gonna go get man and let him get an MC number. And then I'm gonna be back out here. And then I say, fuck y'all for real, for real.
Swear to God, for the love of God, what
You see
loophole
what
are
I'm
you?
saying? Just
No, I
remember,
got.
remember,
All right.
remember, I got Hold on, remember, I got Junior. He got an MC. I got my cousin got an MC. I can fuck two MC up and go run under somebody else and give them 20% because I'm running partial. You can't put me out of fucking business.
I'm
Never.
not. You could. You just keep your
And
hands
even
on
if
the.
I gotta use my baby social to get
They
a
gon' they
fucking
gon'
MC,
they
I'm gonna
gonna
use
file
it.
a freight guard on Kirk.
Listen,
Try to
Yeah,
file
listen.
one
Oh,
anyway.
no,
listen,
no. And what? And are we gonna close the business down? Listen, they fuck it up. We're gonna close it down and go get Susie. My girl Susie, you know Susie that live on Cherry Avenue. We gonna let her brother take all the MC and we gonna run the bag up again.
how would we know Susie?
That's what we gonna do.
What is
No, you
going
ain't
on?
gonna know. We gonna know because she gonna get the new MC for us. See,
Listen,
But look,
see,
broker,
that's the shit that they don't like to talk about.
they don't. And look, a broker did. I did a contract for a broker, right? He said it was
yeah,
one piece. I
yeah,
got there. It was probably 7 or 8 pieces. It's a
okay.
whole sectional, but they told me it was one piece. He
Mhm.
tried to get mad this exact situation because I put something else on my truck. So when I got to the destination for the first drop off,
Mhm.
they was like, "Oh, it's something else on his truck. He was just supposed to have this on there." I'm like, "Y'all can't tell me what to put on my truck."
Well, it
They
depends. What
tried
did
to get out of paying me, and they had. Oh, go ahead. Ask your question. I didn't mean to interrupt you, bro.
did the Raycon say full truckload or did the Raycon say partial or LTL? Like, what did the Raycon say? If it said full truckload on the contract and the Raycon and you signed the Raycon, then yes, they can.
It was a partial load.
Is that what it said on the Raycon?
Yeah.
Then no, he can't.
It said one piece. Guess what they did? They still owe me. I got to the drop off location. They said, "Oh, well, they ain't got nobody to unload." Well, they had a bunch of little girl dudes, and I ain't against nobody gay, but forgive me for saying.
What
But
happened?
all right. So anyway,
Say what you
they
want to
got
say.
me to unload the truck. So I'm unloading the truck. I said it's gonna be $300 for me to unload this truck. I wasn't finna leave and just take the load down at first because it was more than one piece, which it was what was on the contract. So I get down there, I take the load, unload the truck. I told them it was gonna be $300. They skating around me. They ain't paid it to this day. I was finna take them to small claims, but the lawyer, I talked to a lawyer yesterday. They told me I ain't really got a case because it ain't in paperwork.
Yeah, so then you can invoice them. You can put it against their credit. You can basically say it's an unpaid debt. You can write it off on your taxes. But the issue is that if it doesn't matter if it's one piece or 7 pieces. Did they buy the whole
Mm-hmm.
truck? Paperwork say full truckload.
No, it said partial.
My loads are full truckloads, and they
Mm-hmm.
might tell me 2 pieces. Next thing I know, it's 2 pieces in a crate. But I bought your whole truck. I bought your whole truck. So if there's an
And see,
additional
that's a
piece,
problem too. Go ahead.
if it's an additional piece, then I still bought your whole truck because I asked for a whole
That's
truck price. I never asked for a partial.
y'all don't be paying whole truck prices. Y'all want to rent a whole truck, like Kirk was saying, for $600, $700. That's retarded.
That's your problem to say no. Like I do.
Nah, I agree.
You see what I'm saying? So if mine says full truckload and you only have one piece and you're supposed to have 3, and my shipper says, yeah, that's all we got, you're still getting a full truck price. But you better not put anything on it. Because if something happens with the insurance and you have multiple pieces, I'm going to sue you. You're going to get sued personally. Because
That's what Kirk telling you.
You see how these guys talk? It's always about using the law. Oh, we gonna go to the
Mm-hmm.
police. You see what I'm
yeah,
saying?
that's
All
how.
that intimidate.
Mm-hmm.
You gonna sue till you die. You ain't gonna get a dollar. You ain't gonna get shit.
Yeah,
OJ Simpson die, and those motherfuckers, Nicole family never get a dollar. You gonna sue till you're blue.
yes.
See all that shit? You can talk to them new guys. All the motherfuckers that intimidated by all that talk and that law enforcement, and we gonna call the cops and we gonna go to the court. I will tell you in a heartbeat, fuck all of that. And back to my man, what you did wrong, you should have never took that freight off the truck until they send your updated rate card. Because pieces of shit like him will fucking play in your time. You let that shit sit there and you leave with that truck and you tell them motherfucker you at a truck stop. You ain't going back until you get an updated rate card. And if they talk shit, oh, we gonna file an insurance claim because you know they like to run for the quote unquote. We gonna call the police. Go fucking call the DEA, the Secret Service, the FBI, your mama. I don't give two fuck until you send an updated rate card. See, guys like him will never like people like me because I don't fuck around out here.
What?
But that's your problem. You should have never did that. You let them send you an updated rate card and then you move the shit off. Because here are these guys are. When they tell you, oh yeah, just go ahead. I talk about this. Yeah, just go ahead like they're your buddy. Yeah, just go ahead and take it all, man. I'll call the customer. No, go fucking call the customer, get my money, then the shit come off. Because when you give it to them, you lose your power. Don't ever fucking give your power away.
I can't hear.
You're
I can't. The east side in the chat because he's not yelling, so nobody can hear you, bro. Hey, moving. Nobody can hear you. You're not in capitalized. Nobody can hear you in the chat, so just keep moving. I don't even know where to go from this. What time is it?
Saying?
It's 11.
I think it's it's the end of the Kirk spews hour, right?
Yeah, you better sign me up. You better sign me up so I can run a partial with you. You better don't fuck around.
Partial. I'm not putting anything in a van. I open deck. Listen, I don't load door. You door swingers. I only load chain gang. That's what I was told. That's what Mob told me. Get the jam.
All right.
Oh.
All right.
Hang on.
Yeah. That's it.
Well, we gonna wrap it up. Wait.
Yeah, I mean, y'all don't wind it down, so I was just gonna let y'all go. I got the poll in the chat, so
yeah, Sage one. Don't even put in a poll. He doesn't even. He can barely understand him. He's just yelling to yell. I swear to God.
See, you think nobody? See, here's the thing. You think nobody can understand what the fuck I'm saying, but they understand what I'm saying. They do. They understand clearly what I'm saying.
No, I love you, Kurt, bro. I think this.
See what I'm saying?
I do. I was a good time. If you were an open deck, I'd load you.